Hey guys, John here, and welcome to an update video. I had planned to do this vlog style, but I got up this morning after falling asleep at 7 a.m. Woke up 4 hours later, and I feel like crap, so I'm assuming I probably look like crap too. So, foregoing that, I will probably just insert some footage of a random game in the background to give you something to look at while I run my mouth. So, it's a new year. It is exciting and terrifying at the same time. I'm really glad to put 2014 behind me. The only thing that really came from 2014 that was good was right at the end when I was able to finally move up to North Carolina where I wanted to be. And have better internet and stuff like that, new opportunities, all that good stuff. So it put a nice end onto a pretty crappy year. 2014 was rough, but things are promising, and that's always good. Obviously, I can live stream now. That's been a big part of what I've been putting up lately on the channel. A lot of footage from my live streams and stuff, and I think that's good and bad. One of the things I wanted to talk about in this update video is putting live stream footage up on the channel. I feel like in some cases it works out pretty okay. I think with Final Fantasy Tactics Advance and The Sims 4 and you know, stuff like that, or if it's something I'm doing with Justin, I think those came out really well. That Awesome Knots one I did with Mark too. I think those come out pretty well because it feels more like a traditional LP video, so for YouTube viewing it's fine. Some of the things I feel like maybe not so much. Obviously that train wreck of a Mario Kart 8 stream I did where the audio was all desynced. If I could talk, I'm so tired. You know, stuff like that made it bad, but I was also talking to chat a lot, and yet you couldn't see the chat on the screen because it was before I figured out how to do that. So, like, in certain circumstances, it's not very good. And even if you can see the chat, it feels kind of disconnected for me to be talking to someone in the middle of the game like that. So I'm trying to figure out the best balance for this because, I mean, yeah, if you're going to designate it as, okay, this is footage from my live stream, then fine, that's what people would expect. But to treat it like a regular series and then maybe not do it as professional, I guess I should say, as an LP would be, it kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know if it bothers you guys. I haven't really seen a lot of feedback from it all. Views and subscribers have been going up over the last month, which is great. But I feel like comments and likes are down. And I don't know if it's because of the live stream thing, like if you guys are just not interested, or if something has turned you off of it. So feedback would be great on that. Do the uploads of the live streams bug you? You know, what would the thing be there? Would you rather I not treat it like a series and just like put it up in big chunks, like this was today's live stream or whatever? Yeah, it would be good to know that. As far as regular LPs, I have put up a few regular episodes of late. I did another Tomb Raider episode, did Medal of Honor, you know, and I've got some other stuff recorded that I want to put up, which I haven't yet. And then, like I say, tons more live stream footage stuff, but a lot of it's like The Sims 4, and I'm really wanting to start cranking those out. I've just gotten behind on editing because the first couple sessions I didn't know how to properly download the VODs, and I didn't record it at the same time as streaming it like I have been lately, so I've been having to kind of jury rig a way of doing it, and it's really time consuming, so that's why the Sims 4 episodes are slow right now, but I promise that we'll pick up once I get past that chunk of footage. It's gonna pick up from there, and then I have a second series actually for The Sims 4 planned, but I want to wait until I get up a bunch more of the first one, so as to not get confusing. But anyway, I do have a lot of stuff to edit. I recently did some recordings with Justin. He got back from Germany, so we were able to do some stuff. You can look forward to some new stuff, and then some continuing of stuff that we had established. Some things I should just address, I think, because I mentioned that it's a new year. And there's a couple of other reasons why I wanted to make note of that. I'm not totally happy with the quality and the status quo of my channel. I feel like there's a ton of footage on my channel that is just crap. Obviously, you know, the older stuff before I had good equipment, you could make a case on saying everybody's got that those kind of videos on their channel if you go back far enough, because we all had to learn and try to earn enough money to afford better equipment and all that crap. But like, so you can kind of push aside the older stuff, but even recently, I feel like there's been some series that were just not very good, things that I tried that just flopped, and yet a lot of the time I just leave it up there. So it's like there's 3 or 4 episodes, maybe even 10 episodes of a series that just never gets continued because either I lost interest or you guys lost interest or something happened or whatever, and it's just like, well, that's just there. And I don't want to do that. Like, it's one thing if I'm saying, okay, this is a one-off, like a John Tries or a, you know, whatever. But to just leave something hanging like that is really frustrating, and I think it's probably frustrating for you guys, especially if you enjoyed it. You were probably wondering, you know, where the heck is it now? So that's something that I want to do, is try to wrap some stuff up if possible, like some series that I left hanging, either like officially say they're done or actually, you know, finish them. Now obviously that's going to be a long process because there are several series in that condition, and I would like some input from you guys, like if there's a certain series that you would like to see continue. I did this once actually. I did like a straw poll and I had people vote to see what series they would like to see continue that had been on the shelf, and then I had like my life go crazy, and so I didn't actually get to follow through with most of the stuff that came from that, the top few choices. I started to get back into, and then, you know, it just died again because I got wrapped up in other things, and it was just easier to do some things than others. It's still easier to do PC stuff than console stuff, because even though I've got my recording room semi set up the way I want it, the console stuff is just being a real pain in the butt now, especially because it relies on my capture card hooking up to my laptop and not my desktop, and my laptop has been having some serious issues, and it's just making everything really hard. So console stuff has been on the back burner. I know you guys are really, a lot of you, wondering about NASCAR 06 especially. That game has just been smurfing me over. I talked about this in my Christmas special. That game has been having some issues with, you know, where I just get into a race and I'm just slow for no reason. Or just something stupid happens or whatever, like the handling changes from qualifying to race, and I just end up wrecking and finishing last, and it just really frustrates me, so then I don't even want to keep playing it. And I don't really know what to do about it. I would like to give you guys more videos of that because I know you like that series a lot. I know a lot of you subscribe just for that. and I don't really know what to do about it because it's just going like there was an episode of that I recorded that I never put up. I don't even know if I still have the footage. It was just 2 races of me having just everything go wrong and just getting so mad, and just it was not entertaining. It wasn't like, oh, John's raging, that's funny. No, it wasn't that kind of thing. It was just like literally just me being just fed up with it, and that wouldn't be entertaining for anyone to watch. At the same time, not putting it up, kind of kills the continuity of it, because you don't know why, I lost points or whatever in that situation. But with a series like that, I don't really know what to do about it, because when I have those kind of races, I just kind of don't want to put them up. Now, what I thought about doing was just like condensing the bad races into like a highlight reel, just like cut it down into a few clips that shows why it was so bad, and then only showing the ones that go normally in full length. Like, I don't mind it if like I lost for a good reason, like it was somebody drives in the back of me and wrecks me right at the end or something. I'm not going to say, oh, well, that was a bad race. But like when I'm 10 miles an hour off the pace for no reason, like the game just has these weird glitches sometimes, or bugs or whatever, where that just happens and it doesn't make sense. I don't know. It's frustrating because I know you guys like it. I get really good views off of it, and I need that, for not only revenue, but for building the channel, because the better videos do collectively, the more my channel pops up in the search engines. But I don't want to put out I say a product, but like put out videos that are just crap to me. Like if I watch them and hate them, everybody else probably would too. Like, so I don't want to put that up. So it's been hard, but I'm gonna look into what I can do to make NASCAR 06, or at least a NASCAR game, possible. I wish to goodness the newer games weren't utter rubbish, but they are. So I have to look at these older games, and of course that draws back on what I was saying about the console recordings being hard, because if I do NASCAR 06, it's on, Xbox, so it's just everything worked against me trying to get those videos out and to you, and I don't know. And I had this second channel, or third channel, I guess you'd say, that I came up with for racing and WWE videos, right? And that fell by the wayside. First, because it was a lot harder than I thought it was to keep that many channels up to date. But now that I have better internet, I could totally do that. However, I just... So, okay, I bought WWE 2K15, right? WWE 2K15 is garbage. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. If you've played 2K14, you don't want to play 2K15. Like, I'm telling you right now, it has a couple of good things about it, and the rest of it is just stupid. They slowed the pace down. They changed the game mechanics in such a way that it's just boring to play. It's monotonous. You feel like you're wading through mud trying to get your character from one side of the ring to the other. It's just stupid. And there's weird glitches, and I don't know, the whole thing's dumb. There's certain, superstars and divas that should have been in there on the first thing, and they saved them for DLC, and that's just ridiculous. I bought the game, I played it for one day, I sent it back and got my money back. Thankfully, Amazon let me do that, because that was a pile of garbage. So that was something that I really wanted to put on that channel, but that didn't work out. So you might say, well, what about your existing 2K14 stuff? You were doing, what was it, 30 years of WrestleMania, and I did one universe thing, like a custom universe thing I'd started. Why didn't I continue it? I don't know. I think I have still like 2 or 3 Road to WrestleMania videos that I never uploaded. and I don't have a good reason for it other than I just got bored with it. I enjoy playing the game. I'll still, when I have some spare time, I'll load up the game and just play random matches because they're fun. I like working with the custom characters and stuff like that. But what I don't particularly enjoy is the stuff that kind of leads you by the nose, and that's like the road to WrestleMania. It's just like, you have to do this just like this. If you miss out on it, you have to start over, whatever, that kind of stuff. And it takes the fun out of the fights. I know you're supposed to be reenacting stuff, but it's just, I don't know, there's just something about it that's just not that fun. As for the universe thing, I think if I was a more inventive person with better role-playing skills, so to speak, that it would be really good, because I could probably create some storylines and do different things with certain rivalries, and it would be fun, but it would take so much of my time to just plan that out that it would eat into my time with other recordings and stuff. I would just be focusing on that, and I don't think it would really be worth it in the long run, because I don't think there'd be that many people who would even care. So in the long run, that side of that channel, the WWE side, it didn't seem worth it anymore. And then as far as other racing games, it's so hard to find a good racing game that you want to play all the time, that anybody would actually want to see. Like, I do searches on YouTube to see what people are watching, what's getting views and stuff. And most of that stuff got the views that they got a couple of years ago, and now they're not anymore. And it's like, the new stuff that's coming out, there's a couple that are promising, but I'm just to be blunt, I can't afford to buy, new releases all the time, because that's freaking $60 a game, when I could use that $60 to get like 5 or 6 games that aren't new releases that are just as fun. But I miss out, of course, on, it's a new release, so you get that surge of views sometimes, depending. Which is another losing battle, because of the people who get early releases of games given to them, early copies, and they upload videos of it a week before the rest of us can, and it's like, what's the point, right? But anyway, I'm getting a little off topic, but that was why the Racing and WWE channel died. The Minecraft John channel was supposed to contain all of my excess Minecraft series. The main channel here is only supposed to have the original Minecraft with John series, and then all the rest of them was supposed to go on that channel, right? And the only one that will probably ever be continued on there at this rate is Ultra Hardcore. I still have several episodes of that, and Justin and I are planning on recording more. But the only reason that I would do that, continue to update it on there, is because the first however many episodes are already on there. If I didn't think it was pointless and time consuming, I would just take those down and then put them all back up on my main channel, honestly, and just forget that altogether. But I think that's more trouble than it's worth, so I'll probably just, when we do continue that series, continue it on the Minecraft John channel, but don't foresee a bunch of other things going up there. Plus, I broke that promise, so to speak, of it only being the one vanilla series on my main channel, because I started doing Magic World. And then Magic World disappeared after a few episodes. I do have an episode of it recorded, and I have yet to upload it. I probably should, just to kind of test the waters with it again, see if you guys are still interested in Magic World. But beyond that, I haven't done anything vanilla Minecraft except for that live stream I did. And I just recently put up the last of the episodes I had of that. There were 4 episodes. The first 2 I thought were great because Justin was able to get on Skype. We had fun with the chat. They were asking us to do impressions, and it was really funny stuff. Plus, I was playing vanilla Minecraft, caving in the background, so it was like super cool. But the second half of that, there was nobody around, not in chat or to talk to, so it was just kind of, it was just caving, and I like caving, but I don't know, I just kept waiting for something to happen, and then nothing ever happened, so it was kind of a boring thing. Beyond that, I don't know. What I kind of wanted to pose with this, and the problem with doing these updates where I talk about everything, is that most of you probably tuned out 10 minutes ago, so you're never going to see this, or hear this, I should say. So it's going to be hard for me to get feedback from you. But I really would like feedback from those of you who are Minecraft fans, if you want to see me go back to, a regular vanilla series of it. I know I left so many of them hanging. I just kept making new seasons if there was an update, or if I wanted a new world or whatever, and then I had this whole thing where I was like, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna go revisit those worlds, and I'm gonna finish them off, and I'm gonna like beat the dragon or beat the wither or whatever, right? All these things I was gonna do. I never did that, and it's because I bit off way more than I could chew. It was just going to be overwhelming and repetitive. That was another thing that was kind of stupid about it. It was one thing when I said I wanted to go back to finish projects. Like, oh, there was a thing I was building and I never finished. That was okay. I think if I had stuck to that, it wouldn't have been so bad. But to say I was going to fight the Wither on all of the worlds, to get beacons on all of the worlds, the repetition of fighting Wither skeletons to get their stupid Wither skulls, the time that takes for just one Wither is extremely long, and then to do that on all of those worlds was just going to be ridiculous. Plus, to get to that point, you're going to want a looting 3 sword, you're going to want good armor. That all takes time, and it's just like, that was never going to happen. That was way too much to hope for. But I would be interested in doing a regular vanilla series if you guys would be interested in it. Pick a new world, start fresh, or this is where I kind of was wondering about feedback. Pick up where I left off on Season 6. Remember, I had built that really nice stable. I was working on blacksmith shop. I think I finished it, but I don't know if I ever showed it in a video. I had that mob grinder. And I was going to start building this castle up on the mountain. There was going to be a wizard's tower. There was all kinds of ideas I had that just never came to fruition. So would you be interested in seeing that continued, or would you rather I start over fresh? Because that world is obviously going to be several versions behind, and we'd have to travel a good distance to find anything new. Like the andesite and all that, which wouldn't be so bad because I could travel through the nether, get a good long distance away, and find a new spot to maybe set up a quarry, so to speak, where I would just mine up all kinds of the new minerals and rocks and stuff to take back to build with, which I think would be fun. But also, if you start fresh, you don't have that problem. You just have all the crap right there. So yeah, if you're still watching at this point and you want to give me some feedback on that, that would be appreciated. Also was considering another modded series if I do drop Magic World. I was thinking about doing some modded stuff, probably with Justin. Every time we've tried to do a modded series, it's always ended after a couple of episodes because of problems. We'll record oh my gosh, one time we recorded probably 40 episodes of a modded Minecraft series, and I had an extreme loss of footage or something would get corrupted with the world, which would make it pointless to put up all the footage because then you're never going to see an end to it or whatever. And we've never had any luck with those things. So I would be interested in doing, an FTB monster or something similar to that with Justin. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not really sure. The thing with modded Minecraft is that when updates come out, they can screw everything up. I told him if we do it, that we're just going to make sure the most recent updates are all stable, start, and then have updates turned off for the rest of the series, unless there's a specific update that we know for a fact won't break our save file. But I don't know. So that's a thing. Just beyond that, I want to make my channel more professional. With adding live streaming, I'm able to bring in some new viewers. I'm able to present a different kind of content. And yet I feel like my channel is just kind of blah. I feel like even the commentaries I do on most things are pretty blah. I feel like I don't do a good enough job of entertaining you guys when I'm alone. Now, I know some of you will say that, that I'm always entertaining or whatever, but I think you have to admit, when I'm with my friends, or if I'm playing like a certain specific kind of game, I feel like the commentary is always just way more entertaining than it is with other things where I feel like I'm just droning on and on. I don't know. It depends. And I feel like I need to, with certain series, employ more editing. Like with Minecraft, if I do get back into that, there are things that I consider entertaining that may not be for the rest of the world, like caving. Maybe I should condense that to a highlight reel. Maybe I should skip it all together in the video. Building. Like, I kind of feel like what other guys have done, like BOO, when he builds something, like he'll build like a part of it, right? And he'll put like some detail on it, and he'll see if he likes it, he'll change a few things around, and then he'll cut the video and he'll come back and he'll have repeated it across the way. Like if he was building a wall, he showed us one portion of it, and then when you come back, it's all done, Like, don't linger on, okay, now we're going to place this block, now we're going to place this block, over and over and over again, right? But then again, maybe you do like watching people build. I don't know. I've always struggled with that, because when I built the stable, I did a lot of it on screen, but a lot of the finishing stuff toward the end I just did on my own. And I don't know if that was good or bad. So, yeah, it's just, I feel like my videos aren't as good as they should be. I feel like after 4 years and 4 months or whatever it's been that I've been doing LPs, that I should have more viewers, more subscribers, and that the only thing that would stop me from having that would be if I'm just not that good. And if the reason is the way I do my videos, or if it's my commentary, or if it's just that I'm just in general not good enough to be that entertaining for a lot of people to want to stick around, because yeah, I've got 3,129 subscribers or whatever, right? Well, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but if you go back and look at my recent videos, they all have like 30 views. So clearly only 1% of you are actually watching. That means I'm doing something wrong. Like, typically, when you see those numbers, it's like a 10% or better thing. Like, if it's 3,000 subscribers, I should be getting like 300 views per video, right? That's kind of the given consensus, because not all people show up every day, not all people watch every series, whatever. 1%. I'm doing something wrong somewhere. And I know Google and how they changed YouTube didn't help at all. There was a time back in the day when I got a bunch of more views than I get now. And I know subscription boxes mess things up. I know there are people who are subscribed to me that forgot they're subscribed to me because they just don't even see me on the front page anymore. That kind of stuff. But in the end, I feel like a lot of this is on me, not presenting a good enough video for people to stick around to watch. So I want to try to be better. Obviously, you know, I'm going to be getting a new job here once I get into the permanent place I'm going to be living. Currently in a rental. So right now it's just like I'm just throwing myself into recording and streaming, but when I get the job, that could all change. I may not have as much free time. I don't really know for sure. I was really hoping that by now the YouTube stuff would be doing well enough that I wouldn't have to work, but maybe part-time, like a 3-day-a-week job would be great, because then I'd still have plenty of time for recording. But YouTube stuff's not doing that good, so I'm gonna need probably a regular full-time job, which is gonna hurt video stuff a lot but I want to, regardless of how much time I have going forward, this next little stretch here, whatever time I have left that's just being focused on this, I want to give you the best videos I can, the best streams I can. I'm working on stream layouts. The last stream I did that was different, I did Nintendo DS games, and I came up with a really nice layout. I have a cool one for Game Boy Advance now. I have ideas for all of them just to make it more professional looking. And yeah, there's just things I want to do to make everything more professional, better looking, better content. I just have to figure out from me what you guys need. Not like you guys as in the loyal Wolfpack members who are here, the 30 of you every day. You seem to enjoy what I do, and I thank you so much for that. But I need to know what everyone else needs. Why they subscribed and stopped watching. Why people look at my videos. Like, there's some videos that have like a couple thousand views, some that have way more than that. They look at them and decide not to subscribe. Like, what can I do to change that? Like, I don't know. Like, when I look at the people who are doing well, like, I mean, I'm not going to talk about the people at the top, like the PewDiePies and all those people that have absurd amounts of subscribers for no conceivable reason. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about people who were, their channels were the same size as mine, and then a year later, they're, looking at close to making a living, maybe. Like, not millions of dollars, but like, what could be considered a living. What did they do that was different? In a lot of cases, it's about collaborating. I don't have the connections that some people do. I'm not going to be joining the Mindcrack server and getting to collaborate with BOO or Good or whoever and getting that insurgence of new viewers. And just, there's other ways you can see that, but I'm not going to benefit from some bigger person saying, hey, I like this guy, you should watch him, and then all of their viewers saying, okay, well, let's go check him out. That doesn't happen for me. That happened once, really, and that was with the Devious Coopers, and I'll always forever be grateful for them bringing in like 600 subscribers in one chunk one time for me, and that was great. That was fantastic. But that has, I haven't had a situation where anybody helped out in that way. And so it's like there's no way to really expose my channel to a big enough chunk of people that in turn would bring more people in. That's how YouTube works. If a video has a lot of views, it gets more views. If it has a lot of likes, it gets more likes. It gets more views. You need people to get people. And I need to do something different. Freaking loud mail truck. Oh my gosh, this neighborhood is so noisy. I need to do something different to either earn the respect of somebody bigger than me who would help out, or to just find a way to keep the random people who stop by once, keep them here. What do I have to change? Do I have to be funnier? I don't know if I can be, but I could try. Alright, Audacity was glitching there. I hope that didn't cut out what I said, but what I was going to say is, you know, do I have to be funnier? I don't know if I can be. I can try. Do I need to be more upbeat? Do I need to edit more so there's less dead spots? Do I need to play just certain things? Do you want me to narrow it down to just a couple of games? Do you want me to add different kinds of games? Do you want... I don't know. Like, the difference in me and basically all of the people at the top, I think the main thing I notice is that I don't swear. Like, 95% of the other, you know, gamer YouTubers that are at the top do. There's a few that don't get me wrong. There's some people that are geared toward a younger audience. Like with Minecraft, that Stampy guy, he's just like totally role-playing, doing a kiddie approach, and all the kids love him, and he's famous now. That's great. I couldn't do that. That would drive me nuts to be quite that that kid-friendly. And a lot of the games I play aren't kid-friendly, like for sure. But I've always kept my commentary clean. It's just what I do. I don't swear. Like, we all have those moments where we might want to. Like, you get really mad and it's like, it's right there at the tip of your tongue. But that's just not what I do. And so my commentary has always reflected that, because that's just me. I'm just sitting down, I'm talking, and I'm playing a video game. At the same time, I always felt like a lot of my viewers were younger. So, like, do I really want to be the person that teaches them awful things to say? You know? What was that? It looked like the speaker audio went up for no apparent reason. Okay. Anyway. But, what is that? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. What? What the heck happened? It was like some sort of weird echo. I don't know if that was in that or not. That's very strange. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Let me just wrap this up by saying I don't want to change who I am as a person in order to benefit my channel. Hold on. Alright, so I stopped and started the recording because I don't know what the frick's going on with Audacity, but anyway. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm not going to change who I am to benefit my channel, but like, you can experiment, you can do things from the standpoint of like a performance, I guess you'd say, that doesn't affect who you are as a person but could be more entertaining. So I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe I should explore being different, more upbeat, funnier. I don't know. I really don't think just throwing profanity into my recordings is going to make any difference at all, because I don't think people are going to find my videos anyway. I really don't think what I say is the problem. I think nobody can find my videos. So I need to I need to put out a product, a video, a channel that draws people in. Because if people aren't watching at all, it really doesn't matter what is in the video. They have to get there first to decide that then they don't want to stick around. We can cross that bridge when we get to it. Like, nobody is coming, so we gotta do something about that. I do appreciate everyone who likes, comments, shares with their friends, and all that stuff, and it does help out. We just need more of that. Like, we desperately need the wolf pack to grow in numbers for me to be able to continue to make this better, because if it gets to a point where I have to completely focus on a job here, a new job, which is likely going to be much more time consuming than any of the jobs I've had previously, then the channel is going to suffer. It's going to devolve into, I'll stream when I can, I'll put that footage up, and that's probably all that's going to happen. And so it's going to get stagnant, I'm sure. And I don't want that. I've worked so hard on this. Like, you have no idea the time I put in, daylight to dark, just constant work on this stuff. It may not always seem like it, but it is. And for the handful of you that appreciate that, you know, I think you get it, and you're entertained by what I do, and that's awesome. That's all I've ever wanted with my life, is to entertain people with something I created. That's all I've wanted with my life. Be it writing a book and getting it published, which I still haven't managed to do, or creating videos that people watch, or whatever. Just finding a way to entertain people doing something I enjoy. And that being what would earn me a living would be the greatest thing in the freaking world. But if I could at least find a balance between the two, of a job and this, which is basically a job too, if I could do that, that would also work. But if I have to focus fully on one, the other is going to fall by the wayside. I know, this has devolved into just like depression time, and I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be honest and talk and get this all out there, because there's going to be changes. I'm going to try new things, I'm going to ditch things, I'm going to try to figure out how to bring some stuff back, maybe in different ways, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. But, like, I mean, another good example, that Skyrim series I was doing, I put so much effort into that first episode, and I thought it was great. From episode 2 onward, I thought it was crap. I could not figure out how to stay within the idea of a semi-roleplay where the character had his own personality, and I made decisions based off what I thought he would do. That was the idea. But trying to interject moments where I was like being him, it was just stupid. I should have never taken it that path. But I tried. And like I say, the first episode I thought was swell. I thought it was a great idea to tie in Oblivion and Villia and all that stuff. But then after that, it was just awful. It was just, I'm playing Skyrim, but then I'm interjecting these awkward moments of roleplay. It's just stupid. I would love to revisit Skyrim, but at this point, I don't want to do it the way I was doing it. Not at all. So that's just one example of many of those kind of series that have just fallen by the wayside because of that. So I don't know. We'll see. This has gone on really, really long, and I'm really sorry, and I'm sure most of you didn't watch anyway, but I'm just trying to be transparent, I guess, with those of you who actually care, and I want some feedback, some advice, some ideas, some encouragement, even some criticism. Just give me something to work with, and I promise you, if I can, I will make this better. I will make it more. I believe that I can produce video quality and commentary quality that is as good as anybody who's making a living at it right now on YouTube, who has, 200,000 subscribers. I believe I can do that because there are people I've honestly seen with those kind of numbers who put out the worst edited videos I've ever seen, who sound like they're talking through a tin can, and they still have 200,000 subscribers. So there's got to be something that I can do to get there. I just don't know how. So any help you can give, I would greatly, greatly appreciate. And if you stuck through this whole video, God bless you. Thank you so much for sticking around. And yeah, comment below, please. Help me out here. I should make like a summary version of this for the description, because nobody's gonna sit through this. Oh man. Alright. See you guys. Yeah. Bye.